Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Guns for Hire. Welcome to the gun shop, and I'm going to talk a little bit briefly about the Microsoft Kinect privacy, and this is for the Xbox One, of course, coming up, because I mean, we're hearing a lot of this. A lot of people are concerned, and there's also a lot of bashing, I guess, to make, you know, whether it's Sony fans or Sony or whatever trying to make Microsoft look bad, or the other way around, Microsoft trying to make Sony look bad. We're seeing all sorts of rumors swirling all over the place, so it's nice to get some information and official statements from the companies. And I say it's nice to get that, even if you get official statements, sometimes it's still, the areas are gray, which means it's up for interpretation. It says one thing, but it can mean, that one sentence can mean a lot of things. So let's get into the, first of all, the expressions feature on it. If you're not aware of it, the Kinect will actually read your face, points between eyes, nose, mouth, all of that sort of stuff, and be able to sign you in just through facial recognition, which is cool. I don't know how useful it is. I mean, you press a button, you say sign in under this name. It's, to me, again, a little bit gimmicky. Another one of those things, whether it was for Sony Eye, or it's why I don't support the Sony Eye or the Kinect. The games seem to be a little bit gimmicky, but it's there, it's cool, and they're saying that that information is not shared with any third party, and even if it was, it's all mathematical information, and they're saying it can't really be used. No one's going to be able to use these points or these numbers, like measuring your face, with anything. They can't use it for anything. I say, and I'm just saying, playing devil's advocate here, you know, like the secret society and order, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that the government can find uses for scanning. You imagine, okay, I'm just saying, and I don't think they're using this, but I'm just saying, can you imagine if the government had information, if there was an Xbox One in every single household in America, and the system had measured and knew every single person's face in a database. Think about that. And remember, the Kinect can capture almost anyone in the room. These are way more powerful Kinects. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, they're saying that it's not saved in there. I choose to believe them. I know some of you don't trust corporations, but I don't think that they would actually do something like that. It would be rather foolish. At the same, if it was the government, I don't know. You know, they say one thing, and we all know that sometimes what they say isn't always the truth. Now we get to the other part, which is the chat. Now they're saying that they basically have, I don't know, the way that they worded it. At first I thought they said that they can't guarantee your privacy in the chat. They're like, you know, there's no way, I don't know what it is. You can read the article. The link to it is in the description below. I'm assuming that what they're saying is, no, it's private. However, they do stipulate that they are allowed to monitor conversations that you have within the extent of the law, which means that any conversation you have, any party chatting going on, they have access to. They can record to the extent of the law, which means that if the government wants to tap a conversation, if you're having something and they suspect you, remember all of these, and I don't like conspiracy theories, but we know that they're already in place. The whole, you know, the U.S., particularly the United States, the government, where they can arrest people on suspicion of terrorism. So that's what they mean. Like, Microsoft means, like, if the government says, okay, you know what, we're going to monitor these people, Microsoft has to give that information up. And whether you're wrongfully accused or not, just don't talk stupid things. Don't talk about bombs. I'm sure that they have recognition, just like in, you know, search engines, where if you type in certain things, it sets off bells and whistles, you know, and alarms and everything like that. If you didn't know that, now you do. Don't, like, just, if you think you're being funny and you're looking up how to build a bomb, try that, and I guarantee you're going to be on a watch list somewhere. It's not a smart thing to do, even if you think you're a, you know, it's like, ah, man, what are they going to do to me? Rubber gloves, no lube. That's what they're going to do to you. So just be aware of that. The privacy there, and they're coming straight out and saying it. They're saying, yeah, you know what? Here it is. We can't, I think that's what it is. We can't guarantee your safety. We can guarantee it, but within the confines of the law, which means that every conversation, every chat, every visual thing that's going on over that communication, which is, I think, normal. It's like a telephone. You're using a telephone. They can't tap in. They can within certain confines of the law. You know what I mean? They're not going to listen to your calls, but they said that they may be, what I heard was they were monitoring. At least that's what I read in there, that they may monitor. They can't listen to the entire conversation, but they will monitor conversations, which still makes me feel awkward. But you are using you're agreeing to use their service. So Really, if you don't like it, don't use it. You're not forced to. It's a luxury item. It's one of the applications on there. I know some of you are saying, well, I paid for it, I should be allowed to use it. That's absolutely right, but you also agree to a user agreement. So you sign that, you put it on there, you're using it at your own risk, so just be aware of that. Facial recognition, apparently the information not being shared with the government, everyone's face like a thumbprint being stored in some database. Wow. Anyway, how do you feel about that? Do you think that it's fine? Do you think you should have a right to privacy? Do you think they have the right to monitor it? Because that's what I'm reading. If it's fine, you signed an agreement, it's their software. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about this? And the facial recognition, do you think it's a big deal? Not a big deal? Could they share it with third party? I mean, for selling and advertising third parties, I don't think it really has any impact. For the government, if they were able to hand over that information, would they? Is it within the confines? And how would you feel about that? Questions, people.